presenting about phylum Annelida. For a start, what is phylum Annelida? Phylum is a group related to living things that ranks above the class and below the kingdom in scientific classification. Annelida, on the other hand, is derived from a Latin word called annulus, which means small rings. Hence, the meaning of phylum Annelida is group of segmented worms.
Phylum Annelida are bilateral. They have clear line of symmetry. There are tripoblasts, which means they have ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. They also undergo complete digestion because they have two openings to the digestive system, which are mouth and anus. Their body are separated internally by septa and externally by annuli. Each segment have same sets of organs. They have metamerically segmented body that allow an annelid to control its movements by separate segments independently. Their body wall are made up of circular and longitudinal muscle, and their body are covered by pliant cuticle, which have chitta, except for leech. Apart from that, they have well-developed phylum and organ. Their excretory system are nephridia, and they can either be monoecious or dioecious.
Annelids can be classified into three groups, which are Polychaeta, Oligochaeta, and Hiridinia. Polychaeta is the largest class of annelids. They are mostly found in marine environments. One of the examples of Polychaeta are flatworm and nereis.
Polychaeta derive from the word poly, which means many, and chaeta, which are a bristle or surround an annelid's body. Polychaeta are the largest group of annelids. Polychaeta are mostly found in marine environments. They are either monoecious or dioecious. They are hermaphrodites, which means they have both male and female reproductive organs. They are like Incitellum. They have the well-developed head and sense organ like eyes, antenna, and sensory bulbs.
Polychaeta have tiny projections surround its body called setae, which are attached to an appendage called parapodia that can aid in locomotion of annelids. They have everted pharynx to expose polychaete jaw and teeth to the outside where they can capture food. They also have prostomial tentacles to help polychaete to burrow into the soil. Other than that, they also have mouth, eyes, and peristonium to support the organ of the polychaete abdomen.
They have segmented body with paddle-like feet or parapodia on each segment. Most of them have chaeta for defense, crawling, or swimming. The example of polychaeta are lugworm, nereis, floater, and swimmer.
Next, we have Oligochaeta, which are most commonly in terrestrial and freshwater. The example of Oligochaeta are ferreti, lamprey, and tubifies.
Next, we have Oligochaeta. The oligo means few. Annelid in Oligochaeta have small number of setae compared to Polychaeta. Oligochaeta are mainly terrestrial and freshwater. They are monoecious, hermaphrodites, and they are lack in parapodia and setae. They also have a complex and complete digestive system. They don't have the well-developed head. Their nervous system includes simple brain and nerve cord only. Oxygen and carbon dioxide diffuse directly through its skin, as they don't have any respiratory organ. One of the examples are earthworm.
As oligochaete have no eyes, ears, nose, or hand, they use prostonium to see their environment. They depend on prostonium and skin to help it feel their way through the soil. Other than that, they also have citellum, which is a swelling of the skin that can only be seen in oligochaete that are ready to reproduce. They also have male paw and genital tumescence. The tubercular pubitatis also are used to assist the worms in keeping together during mating. Other than that, they also have parasetae to aid locomotion and periproct, which houses the anal opening. They also have segments to either contract or relax independently to cause the body to lengthen in one area or contract in the other area.
Earthworms are hermaphrodites, but they still undergo sexual reproduction. During reproduction, they find another worm and attach to it via clitoris in a parallel while each other facing opposite direction. When sperm exchange occurred, it will be stored in a sac.
And finally, we have Hirudinea, which can be found mainly in freshwater, for example, leeches.
Finally, we have one of telephobic people's favorite, Hirudinea, aka leeches, the most terrifying creature. Though their bite doesn't harm you, but the thought of it sticking to your body are just ugh. One of the most obvious characteristics of this bloodsucker are they are parasitic, carnivorous, monoecious, hermaphrodites, and mainly found in freshwater marine. They have dorsoventrally flattened body with suckers at both ends. They have posterior and anterior sucker. Posterior sucker are mainly used to move around, while anterior sucker are used to move and also to feed on its prey. They are lack of parapodia and setae, so they uses its sucker to move. The example of Hirudinea are Hirudinaria, Hirudo, and Pentoptella.
Hirudinea, such as leeches, have jaw to feed on its prey, pharynx to penetrate the surface of the prey and suck out its body fluid, crop to store food for several months, cropsicum to absorb fluids and salts that remain after completion of intestinal digestion and absorption, and to mix its contents with a lubricating substance or mucus. They also have intestinum to digest blood meal and posterior sucker for locomotion.
Phylum Annelida plays an important role in maintaining our environment. For example, earthworm. Earthworm is essential for the soil. It takes in organic matter and gives back important nutrient in the form of cast to the soil for plant. Without earthworm, the soil will be pretty much dried out. And as earthworm move in the soil, they aerate the soil and enrich it with nitrogenous waste. The burrowing action of an earthworm allows air to penetrate the soil and provide channel for water to drain and enter. To sum up, there are three types of Phylum Annelida, which are Poikita, Oligokita, and Hirudinea, each with their own sheer beauty. We should learn to live alongside them. They play an important role in sustaining our environment. As a concerned citizen of Earth, it is our job to protect them from being endangered.
I would like to thank my lecturer, Associate Professor Dr. Marina Mohd, for her guidance and prompt feedback throughout this process. Secondly, I would like to express my special thanks to my parents and friends who have supported me in finalizing this presentation within the limited time frame.
That's all from me. Thank you.